Hello, my name is Diego Moises Vizarreta Martinez. My cultural journey in Mexico. Cultural diversity. Today I want to talk about cultural diversity, migration, and my personal experience in Mexico, a country full of culture, tradition, and amazing people. Um, Cultural diversity means that there are many different cultures living and sharing in the same world. Each culture has its own customs, language, food, music, and way of life. I think cultural diversity is beautiful because it helps us learn more about others and respect their differences. When I traveled to Mexico, I discovered how rich and unique their culture is. Um, is. Even though we speak the same language, Spanish, their accent, expressions, and traditions are very different from my own. No? But that's what made the experience so special. Migration. Um, Migration is when people move from one country or region to another. Mm, Sometimes is for works, for better opportunities, or for safety. It's a big part of today's world and affects both the country people live and the one they arrive in. While I was in Mexico, I saw how some areas were influenced by migration. No? For examples, I met people who had lived in the Lu in the US and came back to Mexico with new ideas and habits. I also learned that many people migrate to places like Cancun to work in tourism, which is very important for the local economy. Migration also brings together different cultures, and I believe it's important to be respectful and open minded when we meet people with different backgrounds. My trip to Mexico. Uh, uh, Now I want to tell you about my personal trip to Mexico. I visited Mexico City and Cancun. In Mexico City, I went to see the Virgin of Guadalupe, which is a very important religion symbol, no? Religion symbol for Mexicans. Um, the atmosphere there were full of faith, and I could feel how important this tradition is to them. I also had the chance to try some of their typical food like tacos, and tamales, and churros. Their food is delicious, uh, spicy, and full of flavors. No? It was a great way to experience their culture. Then I traveled to Cancun, a beautiful place with white sand, beaches and white sand beaches and crystal clear water. I went to a theme park called Scarlet, um, um, where I saw cultural where I saw cultural shows and dances and learn more about Mexico's tradition. I even did snorkeling and swam with dolphins. Um, it's it's it was amazing. I felt connected with nature and with the cultural stories they told at the park. Cultural difference and respect. During my trip, I noticed many cultural differences. For example, Mexicans are very warm and friendly, and they love to celebrate everything with music, no, and food. Their way of dressing, their food habits, and even their daily routines are a bit different from me, no? But I learned that the best way to connect with others is to show respect. I made sure to be polite, to listen, and to follow their customs. Um, when we travel, we are guests in someone else's homes. Um, so we need to adapt and appreciate their way of life. Final reflection. In conclusion, traveling to Mexico was one of the most enriching experience of my life. No, I learned about cultural diversity. I saw how migration plays a role in shaping communities, and I had the chance to experience a different culture with respect and curiosity. Um, travel travel teaches us to be more open, more respectful, and more connected with the world. No? Uh, I I I hope everyone can one day experience a journey like this. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you for listening.